My lock screen is a picture of my kids. What's yours? These children and thousands more meant the world to their families. The beautiful faces you see before you, their smiles, their dreams, all lost. All too soon, and all because of social media. It's why we launched the Parents Network, a global community that provides crucial support to parents whose children have suffered from the harmful effects of social media. These platforms are designed to create addiction. Young people are kept there by mindless, endless, numbing scrolling, being force-fed content that no child should ever be exposed to. It's not free will. But our kids are being targeted. The harmful effects of social media are made by design. While we embolden both youth and parents, we must also hold digital platforms accountable. Surely, none of us want to live in a world where there is no consequence or accountability.
Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So I thought for tonight's reading, I was inspired after watching the Royal Grifts, another Royal Grift video, must see, about the royal deception, Prince Harry, the secret weapon of the royal family, and how it's beyond clear at this point. Hi, Laura. Hi, Jenna. That Prince Harry came to the U.S. not to become financially independent, which we all knew was a joke from the beginning, but to push the censorship through the Child Safety Act. And of course, Harry all along has been talking about how much he hates the First Amendment. It's just bonkers, he says, or he said. But he's been attacking him and Meghan and their Sussex Squad and Christopher Boozy and their Netflix, talking about, right, how they want to censor everyone and need censorship. And now what's going on today, you have in the UK and Australia, they're pushing it through, age verification. You just have to prove your age. But of course, that means you also have to put in all your personal data, your identity. So, and of course, they have been censoring very much so. And they're doing it in sneaky ways too, which I happen to find out just by chance. I don't know if any of you have noticed this type of thing. But for example, on Twitter, there are people posting about those clots, and I posted a lot of videos on my Odyssey page as well. But anytime I forward a link to the Twitter post to someone in Australia, they're not allowed to see it. They cannot view it. They can view Twitter, but when they click on that particular post, anything that has to do with clots, they're not allowed to see it. So apparently the clots are a very sensitive topic. And I'm just saying, these types of things, this obviously has nothing to do with child safety. And it's not even to do with politics. It is to do with things related to the, jabbies and the repercussions of it. They're censoring the hell out of that, but they're doing that very covertly. And also covertly. So if you've noticed that type of thing, I notice some of you have noticed when you try to email something and they block you from emailing it. That's been going on as well. I know some people have had. So a lot of censorship has been and is going on right now. And I'm wondering, since Prince Harry apparently has been sent here as a figure of the royal family. He's representing the royal family, and he has been traveling around the world doing deals on the behalf of the royal family. And it seems that, so he was here to bring in the censorship, and that's all he's been talking about since day one and working on. And he was using our tax dollars to do it, by the way. He got millions from USAID as well. So I'm wondering, does he feel like he has succeeded in his mission? Because even though overtly there hasn't been, we have had a lot of censorship in the U.S. as well via the U.K. Trying to, what's been happening is platforms like Gab and Twitter and all the main platforms, YouTube, keep getting complaints from the Ofcom in the UK and the EU saying you can't, you have to hide this from people in Europe. In the process, they're trying to hide stuff, censor stuff everywhere. So the censorship is still going on, and there's a lot going on, even if it's not official. But officially, they're doing that child safety type of thing. And that's apparently what Prince Harry came here to do. And it's thought that Harry and Meghan were going to try to be some kind of like golden popular couple, and they were supposed to be the toast of the town and so popular and making censorship look hip and cool and young, but it doesn't look like it went their way. I don't know. But there has been a lot of success, and Harry works with, of course, the Centers to Counter Digital Hate, Imran Ahmed, Jory Craig, and all the rest, who got awards from Kerry Kennedy. So I'm wondering, does Harry feel like he succeeded in his mission to bring censorship, particularly online? Because apparently he's really bothered by things being said online. Yeah, doesn't want you peasants are not allowed to say certain things or talk about baby bumps and other such things. Yeah, look up if he's working for the royal family. Well, he obviously is. I don't think it's even a question, really. I'll ask. I mean, I don't just to confirm, but no matter what, we know he's working for the royal family. There's no other way. He's doing everything he's doing and getting the security he's getting for free, and it's a joke to think that he could actually leave that. There's no way. Yeah, so let me see. I want to focus in on the censorship that he came to the United States to bring in. Prince Hairball there, prick, the ginger prick. He apparently doesn't like being called a ginger prick, so that's why I put it in the title. Certain things he doesn't like, apparently, from what I gather. Yeah, so Harry. How does Harry feel? Has he succeeded in his mission, what he came here to do? His soft power, his covert activities here, not so covert. I mean, there he was speaking at the Clinton Foundation. I mean, for crying out loud, getting a foothold in the U.S., right? Because, he was the most popular royal when he first came here before he married Megalodon. And then he got markled. Well, remember, he used to be so popular, right? But then, things went downhill from there. But, they put it onto themselves, though, with everything they did with that fake pregnancies and the hiding on the day of the birth and everything else they did. It was all such a joke. Storm. Yeah, that bringing hell here. So they were a distraction as well. Their major job being a distraction and okay, so of course they created all the animosity and hatred towards them with their lies, and so that's why they're kicking off the censorship, saying, "Oh, you gotta stop all these people." Meghan is crying. Meghan is like she feels like the most troll person in the world. Frog. Saturn, which is you can look at a satanic symbol there as well, and Scourge. That's what Harry and Meghan are. They're Scourge. And Door. Door. Yeah, Harry was here to bring all kinds of hell, that's for sure. He's the prince that turned into a frog. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, Harry thinks he's working, well, he is working for the royal family. I'll confirm it, but I don't think there's any doubt in that at all. That he is. I think it's quite obvious. All this drama they put out is just for the peasants, to keep us talking, to keep us busy, distracted, while he's pushing the censorship there, working behind the scenes he was working with Biden and Kamala Harris and all that, and the Centers for Counter, all the censorship committee, the Aspen Institute. Right. So stability, The foot is stability, balance, morality, connected to earthly affairs. So he's here trying to change the morality, trying to portray himself as so morally superior to everyone. Like, I know what's best for you. You need censorship, and getting a foothold here in American culture. And of course, the storm is turbulent times, danger, troubled emotions. And of course, he does use mental health as an excuse for why poor him, his mother died. You should all just do what he says. Oh, and the frog can mean transformation, disguise, disappointment, something unpleasant you need to accept. Hmm. Yes. Like I said, he turned into a frog. Saturn is about adversities, hardships, dominance, authority, control. Yeah, so Harry was here trying to assert control over specifically over the social media. Like he said himself, he blamed, remember back before January 6th, Harry claimed that he was talking to Jack Dorsey, and he said, I warned Jack Dorsey that, the social media was creating this false flag event that they lied and called insurrection. And the fact that Harry's like, oh, I knew it was coming. I was on Twitter and I could see it about to happen, which of course makes absolutely no sense. That Wired interview he did. You can see how orchestrated and acting he was doing. It's like they stage an insurrection, and then Harry jumps in. Oh, it's because of social media. I knew it was going to happen. I told Jack Dorsey. So I mean, this whole thing, it was so scripted. This whole script. He's part of a play here with the other political figures in trying to bring in the censorship. And of course, the oppression and how they treated Americans, arresting Americans and grandmothers who were merely in the area, and they prevented people from getting on their planes home. I mean, they really brought down the tyranny after that one. It was really terrifying. Biden presidency was very terrifying with the tyranny they brought in, not even starting with the mandates. So yeah, and Harry was right there at the helm with the rest of them, saying, "Yeah, this is really happening. It's all because of social media. We need to censor that. Scourge, discipline, punishment, brutality, extreme suffering, shame, subjugation." So yeah, so he was here to bring in the pain and suffering to Americans. I mean, I think Harry was very much in line with Biden. I wouldn't be surprised if he was one of the people running the presidency during that time, because we all know he wasn't in charge. And then opportunity, entering new situations in life and choices. Yeah, so Harry was just here to try to bring through this chaos he was bringing in by being here. Oh, my stupid camera. He was trying to bring in the transformation, the pain and suffering, the new authoritarianism. It's like the authoritarianism transforming with the new authoritarianism, creating the storm to bring the transformation to authoritarianism and abuse, like on January 6th. Yeah, to bring in a new world order here, a new way through a new door. So yeah, so Harry definitely came here and settled himself down to create hell, and in other words, to bring in this tyranny and censorship. So this is Harry's job. He is a fighter. He is someone who likes to either kill people or kill their freedom of speech. He's a murderer one way or another. You look at it. In my opinion, he's admitted to this in his book, so it's not really an opinion. But he's a very nasty, vicious, ugly, evil, nasty man. Nasty is the only worst word I can think of for him to describe him. He's just evil. So let's see. But does he feel like he succeeded, or does he feel like he's a huge failure? Because him and Meghan never became, popular, right? They never became the it couple. I think they were part of them or part of it was that they wanted to be seen as this. Remember they're always being described. I mean, these two were in the almost 40. He was almost 40. Meghan was 40 when they married, or close enough to 40. They're middle aged, okay, but they kept being described as this young couple in love and all this nonsense. So they were really trying to portray them as this young couple with a young family, and they're so young and hip, and all the young people should just listen to them, again, PR, trying to play them, trying to hit a certain demographic, the younger demographic, I think. Yeah. So I'm wondering, does Harry feel like he achieved his mission in bringing in tyranny here and bringing in the censorship? Like I said, the child safety stuff is in effect. There's a lot of censorship going on right now. You just can't see things, and you don't know what you can't see, because with AI has such control that you don't even know you're not seeing certain things, right? Oh, the camera. Hopefully this camera settles in here. But it's very sneaky, and it's very concerning. So yeah. Let's see here. Does Harry feel like he achieved his mission? His mission to destroy freedoms, our civil liberties, destroy our constitution here. Does he feel like even though he hasn't gotten it, they want to bring it here more, of course. And they did quite a bit of damage in the Biden era. So I'm wondering, does Harry feel like he's achieved his mission? He is such a spy. He's such a foreign agent. Evil man. Yeah. Yeah, watch TRG's video because it's crystal clear. She puts things together so succinctly and in a way that, I mean, it's without a doubt, it's undeniable uh, that Harry is, with them and working with them all along. Because it all aligns to the World Economic Forum agenda that King Charles is very much on board with. In that way, I always said Harry and Meghan are pushing the same globalist, agenda. So let's see. Does Harry feel like he achieved his mission? Now Harry's all they're talking about is Harry's going back home. He's reuniting with his family. Oh, Harry's going home. Him and his he misses the UK. Wants to be back with his family. It's like he's been coming in and out of the country constantly for the past 6 years. Please, no one ever sees him and Meghan coming and going. He's been going back and forth the whole time. He probably spends most of his time in the UK. I wouldn't be surprised. Nobody even really cares where he is. Not this paparazzi following him around like Princess Diana that him and Meghan try so hard to make you believe. I mean, that Netflix was such a joke with them traveling in the car and saying, "Oh, this paparazzi following us and mopeds." It's just like as if they do that in California, which they don't. They never did. But anyway, it's so ridiculous. Oh my goodness. I'll look at how the royal family is influencing him on his mission here. I mean, just by his activities, it's so clear, that the whole reason he came here to do this. Yeah. So does Prince Harry feel like he achieved his goal, his censorship goals here in the U.S.? Did he achieve what he was setting out to do? Does he feel like he achieved his goals? Because on one hand, it could be that he did intend to blow up and be a disaster in order to push the censorship, but then divorce Meghan and be done with it. On the other hand, it could have been that he really expected to be popular here, which oh, I just lost my camera again. Sorry about that. Oh, my camera's acting up today. It's always acting up. It usually acts up in the beginning and then it settles in. Okay, here we go. So, what's his general attitude? Oh, look at that. Secrets. High Priestess. Major Arcana. So he was definitely here on a secret mission, and he is, of course, not going to tell anyone, so he's kind of keeping it all under his hat there, keeping it secret. 7 of Wands. Well, he still feels like, here he is. This is the Sexton guy, one he hired to attack everybody and to platform them on Twitter, in charge of working with the Sussex Squad. But I see this as Harry in that he's on his high perch here, still working on it. It's still feeling like he still feels, I'm getting like he's feeling like he's still on top of the game here. Like no one's really caught him at it. No one's really calling him out about it. He's not facing any charges. He's probably never going to face any repercussions. Yeah, you don't know who's done the most damage, the royal family, Charles or Harry. I go with Harry, at least here, but they're all doing damage, I think. Yeah, taxpayers funding his flights, yeah. He succeeds while failing, right? Well, he is a fighter. He loves to fight and go to court. And so he's still fighting here. He's like, I'm better than you, useless. Because this is Harry up here, and this is everybody on with their social media accounts on YouTube and Twitter. And he's like, no, I am going to tell you what you can say. And he's deleting people from using his, censorship group that he's a part of. So he's still at work secretively, still working on it. Still feels very proud of himself. The bottom of it all, the devil. So it is very evil. His father is behind him too, no doubt. But this card represents the devil, anyways. And yeah, so I think that the royal family is behind him. All the Satanists. I mean, they're all the globalists, World Economic Forum. I mean, they're all Satanists. I mean, that's without a doubt, right? I mean, it's Clinton and Obama's. Major Arcana. So I get that, obviously Harry is not working alone. He's part of a large evil group who is trying to kill us all, basically, destroy our societies, bring it down to feudal times. He's actively attacking his brother. Yeah, well, see, the thing is, he's attacking them on social media so he can turn around and say, look, we need censorship, you see? 6 of Cups, the children card. And Harry and Meghan have made it a point to constantly try to make it seem like, well, we're just trying to help the children. And they love jumping on any dead children. So if children die anywhere, Harry and Meghan will be there with their James Holt, and they'll be setting up their cameras and taking pictures of the grieving parents and using it to push their censorship for sure. So yeah, so it's still trying to emotionally sway people and yeah, you're using their celebrity status or whatever to bring in the censorship, trying to sway everybody emotionally. So what prompted Harry to go out to accept this mission? And I get the King of Wands reversed. Again, I get the idea of being abusive with the media, with his group. This could be a particular person, a group of people. Yeah, we need to censor Harry and his wife. Exactly. Exactly. Harry and Meghan should be censored. They're the ones who have used and abused the media. This is like media abuse as well. I mean, Harry and Meghan abuse the mainstream media, and they pretend like they're not on social media while they really are on it and censoring everything. And of course, they like triggering things. They like instigating things on social media to get people upset and angry so that they can point at it, right? Like attacking William, attacking Catherine, to make them look like victims, so that everybody's poor William and Catherine, So I mean, it's all playing and pushing the censorship, saying these people need to be censored. And Harry's Sussex. I mean, we all know the Sussex Squad work for Harry and Meghan, and the Sussex Squad got so many people fired from their jobs and doxing them and harassing them. And, Harry is doing exactly what he claims to be fighting. Did you see JDV calling out Bush and Obama for protecting Epstein? No, I didn't see that. I think I saw the clip, but I didn't. I don't know the whole Epstein thing. I'm just like, whatever. I'm not my focus right now. Anyways, what's Harry expecting? What is he expecting? Oh, see that? So he's expecting that he's going to have success and be celebrated, and he's going to be laughing with his globalist friends there, Klaus Schwab and the rest, and they're all going to be clinking their champagne glasses that they censored the peasants, and they actually convinced those stupid peasants that to censor themselves. See, they think they're so clever. Harry actually thinks he's so intelligent, him and his group. They think they're so intelligent that they can convince us to censor ourselves. Like, oh, you should do this. I'm Harry. I'm this moral authority, and I'm just here to tell you, you should do this. Yeah, yeah. Get everybody on board with it, and then he'll be just celebrating afterwards, like, ha ha. So he's optimistic, not overly optimistic though. It's a minor arcana. But I do think that he feels he's still on top of the game here. He still feels like nobody's really called him out about it, except for TRG, basically. And I've called him out, but only a few of us on YouTube, but not the mainstream media, not any larger, journalists, professional journalists, or whatnot. Yeah, but hopefully they will catch up to the story. But there's always so much going on that other stories, I don't think that the threat of Harry and because it's not just Harry, obviously, is Harry backed by the royal family, backed by these large powerful entities that for whatever reason they're not being addressed by the government, and they really should be. Anyways, what's Harry most worried about or not want? Strength reversed. Yeah, he doesn't want to lose control, because this is all about control, right? So he does not controlling. Now, in the regular strength card, it's the woman has her hands on the mouth of the lion. So, obviously he doesn't want to lose control of the situation and lose control of speech there, and not succeed in getting control, because it is all about control at the end of the day, right? Controlling what you can see and the information you get, and what you can think as a result of that. Yeah. So it's disgusting the way the press is attacking the Wales family. Yeah, the TRG video is excellent. All of her videos are excellent. Highly recommend all of them. Never miss a beat. Never miss one. What is he hoping for? What is he hoping? A lot of worries here. He knows it could go out of control. 3 of Wands reversed. So a 3 of Wands upright would be about building, developing something new. But what Harry's trying to do is destroy, take away, take down, destroy people's YouTube accounts, destroy their work. Harry doesn't care that you've spent hours, weeks, months creating videos and working hard at it, and all this work you've done building a channel. He just wants to destroy, like, you peasant, I don't like what you say. Boom, destroy all of your work. So that's why he's an agent of destruction, and he wants to do more destruction, particularly of your free speech. So he did come here to destroy for sure. How is the royal family influencing him? What influences the royal family? Oh, look at that. Major arcana. So again, I'm getting confirmation that the royal family is behind Harry being here and doing this and supporting him. And of course, the Hierophant reversed, because they're not, there's like another morality card, but reversed. They're immoral, they're evil, upside down cross, going along with the devil. So reconfirming the evil behind it, and the immorality, and just the malevolence, destruction, being anti-humanity. Because these globalists, the World Economic Forum and the rest, they just hate people. They just, they consider us all just cattle for them. And we're not even human to them. We're just a bunch of animals. And that's how people like Harry see us, like his buddies Jane Goodall and David Attenborough. And these people have come out and said, we need to reduce the population. There's just too many people, right? I mean, what kind of, inhuman, heartless demon do you have to be to say things like that? I mean, you're just evil. Yeah, we don't even need the cars to see the truth. Well, I'm looking at how Harry feels. This reading's about, does Harry feel like he's a success? That he's succeeded in his mission to bring in the censorship. Yeah. And I did want to confirm the royal family is behind it, and I did get confirmation here. And of course, confirmation that's very evil, diabolical. Of course, he's with the Clintons and Obamas and all that, so it makes sense. But Harry is definitely, he's here on behalf of the royal family for sure, with the major arcana here. It wasn't Harry's idea. Harry doesn't have any good ideas. Harry just is a soldier who does what he's told. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know you. They're feeling helpless. Yeah, yeah. I mean, what can you do if they? Well, what you can't do is just go to other platforms. I think Odyssey, Rumble, and Gab is a good one, and you can go to Truth Social. They're not going to censor Truth Social because that's Trump's platform. I think he's got to change platforms. I guess is all you can do. As far as I know right now. But when you're using these major platforms, just be aware that there's an enormous amount of censorship already happening, right? All right, so what's going to happen next? So he's still feeling kind of confident here. I don't think, because he hasn't been outed yet, he's still, so what's going to happen next? Ooh, the Hanged Man. Look at that. This is the drawing I did of Chelsea in that white suit she wore that Meghan copied. Well, I get that things have been stalled, right? Trump was elected, and that's put the brakes on. So now he's just hanging out without much to do because he was making a lot of progress under Biden. But now under Trump, things have been held up. They're put on pause. I mean, there are things happening with Australia, like I said, with Australia and the UK and the censorship. They're pushing it here. The EU, they're trying to force it on American platforms and forcing it on Americans through their own rules, their own draconian, tyrannical oppression that they're initiating. Yeah, you think he's involved with the whole child transportation thing? Probably. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, Duchess of Narcissus talks about that, right? Yeah. Harry's got he's involved, he's very evil. He's involved with a lot of things, I think, a lot of criminal activity, from what I hear. Yeah, we're beneath them in opinion. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's funny. We're so beneath them in opinion, and yet they're watching everything we say so closely. They're so concerned with what we're saying. It's like, well, if we're just a bunch of sheep, bah. Why do you care what we're saying in our videos? What do you care? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, that's just the way they don't like it because they're too dumb to keep up with us. Is what I think it is. Yeah, yeah. All right. I'll see this morning announced under 16 banned from YouTube. See that? It's starting. So they're starting, and also this is to get all of our identities, right? No more government money. Yeah, I hope he's not getting, but Harry is considered a head of state, so he's still getting taxpayer-funded security, extensive security at that, costing American taxpayers a lot of money. So, because he's still part of the royal family and considered a head of state, so he's treated like that anyways with security. Yeah. Well, you know what I heard they're doing, AI is doing? They said that on YouTube and other places, they're using AI to determine, based on your activity, what your age is. So they're saying that AI can tell how old you are, by the comments you leave and what you watch, which does make sense, but they can get so much information about you just from monitoring your online activity. It's really quite shocking. You know? Yeah. So things are on pause now for now. In the long term, what's going on? He's cocky. He's still thinking he's got all his evil satanic buddies around him. Yeah, and the end result, oh, look at that. Yeah, and then he'll just go back home and do something new after he's completed everything he can his mission here. Uh-huh. He's going to move on to something else, a new beginning here. So he may be waiting for a while and then just moving back home and like, okay, I'm divorced now. Me and Megan are divorced, and he'll start dating a skinny blonde, like his normal type, and that'll be that. I think that'll be the end of the story. So I think he feels like he's accomplished quite a bit. Maybe not as much as he's hoping for, but he got quite a bit done. I have to tell you, he did quite a bit of damage. Yeah, TikTok is limiting music. Uh huh. Yep, having to move to Twitch. Uh huh. The only thing I don't like about Twitch is that it doesn't save your videos. Like they only last a certain amount of time, right? Once you make a video, I don't know. They don't keep it forever, I guess, or I don't know. I guess that's all right if you keep it for some time. Mine Twitch. I've done lives on Twitch. It's a good platform. Odyssey is good too, and Rumble and all that. Man, yeah. So Harry's feeling pretty successful here. Him and his devious criminal pals there, Clinton, Obama, Oprah, and all that. Yeah, he was a secret agent here. He was a secret celebrity. He came here and he hid, by being front and center in the media. And that's actually a way PR hides people's intentions of what they're really doing by flooding the media with puff pieces so that you're so sick of hearing about this person that you're not going to pay attention to little things that may come up that would point to the Aspen Institute stuff, right? I mean, I jumped on that right when I saw it, but when they first published that out, people weren't really paying that close attention to the fact that he was on that because they were so distracted by all the other puff pieces. So it's actually, I think the fact that we were so inundated with nonstop daily barrage of articles about Harry and Meghan, that was purposeful to distract from what they were really doing, I think. So it was actually a tactic there. But I think he doesn't feel like he's accomplished completely, but he got quite a bit done here. He succeeded quite a bit. Nobody caught him. He got away with the Netflix movies, and the average person who's not paying attention to Harry and Meghan have no clue what they're really doing and what they're really about. I mean, it took years. Look how many years it took for people to catch up to how nasty Harry and Meghan are and to realize that they're talentless and liars and hypocrites. I mean, it took years to get to this point. You know what I mean? It's like finally, the general masses, right, finally have cottoned on to the real nature of Harry and Meghan. But those of us watching knew right from the beginning that they were trouble. So that's why he's gotten away with it. He's feeling pretty good. So he's gotten away with a lot of it. I think he feels like he's accomplished it, even though he's going to move on to the next thing, and he's going to have this is on pause now for on his end. But yeah, I think that he's feeling kind of confident that he got quite a bit done here, and he may be starting something new, in a new line of attack somehow. So we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, but I think that he feels like he's gotten quite a bit done here, and he's escaping back to the UK, and most people are none the wiser to the criminal activities he's been involved with, and how he really should be in prison, in my opinion. He should be charged and treated as the traitor that he is. Anyways, yeah. So that is what I see. So he is definitely working. I get a yes for the royal family with the major arcana. He's definitely working for them again. It's all very evil. All right, so there you have it. That is what I have for you today. I hope you all enjoyed it. The Windsors are a precarious position. Yeah. Yes, they are. So, anyhow, hope you enjoy the reading. If so, please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day or a wonderful evening. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.